and Rhett James, the foreman of Unified Wrestling Oklahoma, accompanied by the devil himself and Ricky Wingrave.
The foreman here tearing up ringside. There will be no shut up Red. Red will speak freely tonight.
Well, if there's one thing I know that Rhett James loves to do, it sure as hell is talk. But I got to tell you, James, there is a lot more on the line than conversational whereabouts. Rhett James is defending the honor of his newfound friend of sorts, Ricky Wingrave.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend, and that's what these two have decided. A bit of an unholy alliance formed here between Rhett James and Ricky Wingrave, but we'll see if it brings success tonight against whoever Drake Gallows picks.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the urban legend Drake Gallows is here, but who does he have representing him? Oh my God, James. The Midwest Monster, the very first ever UWO champion, and the man defending the company from the devil himself. This is Blade.
Sometimes you have to pick the biggest. Sometimes you have to pick the baddest. Sometimes you have to bring out Blade.
Sometimes you do, James, but I don't believe this is one of those times that Rhett James was expecting. This is the last person that Rhett James could have possibly game planned for. We have not seen Blade step foot into a Unified Wrestling Oklahoma ring in well over a year.
But just enough time, perhaps, for Rhett James to have not had a game plan. But if I trust anybody to come up with a game plan when suddenly faced with their opponent, it'd be Rhett James.
This has been brewing for months now. Some would say it dates back many years ago when Drake Gallows and Ricky Wingrave owned another one of professional wrestling's hottest independent wrestling organizations in Oklahoma. There's always been collisions between these two. I mean, you and I have been privy to seeing things in the back, James, I don't believe that we can talk about on air. But Drake Gallows and Ricky Wingrave, these two have been at odds. Their friendship torn apart over this damn company.
These two constantly at each other's throats over the past few months. We've seen their relationship break down both personally and then publicly here in front of everyone at UWO, and it all comes down to this. Look at the fans letting Rhett James know exactly what they think of him, throwing some trash his way. Sending it right back out with these people where it belongs, that was Rhett James.
And Rhett James is immediately taking it to the Midwest Monster.
Rhett James is scared of no man, no monster, not a thing.
Do you truly believe that at this point? I mean, Rhett James has exited the ring multiple times on his own accord.
He's got a strategy. He gets in, he gets his shots in against Blade, and gets out. It's a smart strategy. It works. He's avoiding getting hit, and he's doing the majority of the offense.
And he's throwing a tantrum at ringside while he's at it. He has to be willing to step up to the Midwest Monster in Blade. Waistlock applied here by Rhett James. I don't believe he's able to interlock those fingers, though. The large midsection of Blade is going to prohibit that from happening. They say that this man is big and bad. We have not seen no bigger. We have seen no badder than Blade. Good God, the heavy hands of Blade piercing the chest of Rhett James.
Rhett James being laid open there with those heavy hands, now eating a back elbow. Oh, what's Blade got in mind here?
Another shot to the chest of Rhett James.
Smart move by Rhett James. When things aren't going your way, take a moment to regroup, re-strategize, take a look at things from a different point of view.
Sometimes, James Southern, you knew this just as well as I do. It's just half the battle in the professional wrestling game. Readjusting your mindset, readjusting your strategy. Rhett James had no time to game plan for Blade tonight.
Now he's getting it up close and personal view of the hands of Blade right across the chest.
James now looking to test his moxie once more against the Midwest Monster. Kick right to the leg. And now we see Rhett James' new strategy. We talked about re-strategizing this entire night, and we are seeing it here. Rhett James is now targeting the things that hold Blade up in a contest such as this one. Both legs, the left and the right.
Just like a tree, it needs the trunk, it needs the foundation to stand, Walker. And he might be the foreman, but tonight you could call Rhett James the lumberjack.
And even from a grounded position, Rhett James staying to his new target. Those targets being the back of the knees of Blade. Blade with a large upper body, not as large of a lower body, and that's being targeted tonight by Rhett.
Large frame, as you mentioned, normally Blade's biggest strength. Now being used against him as those legs are being chopped out from underneath him, and Rhett James with this repeated offensive clothesline.
And what is it that I've heard you refer to Rhett James as in the past, an expert tactician?
He's putting that on full display tonight, picking the legs apart of Blade. The house can't stand without a foundation, and the foundation is being removed by the foreman, Rhett James.
The house is up for Rhett James, as currently he is Blade back, flat on his back in a prone position. Rhett James now stalking his opponent. And usually when you're an opponent of Rhett James, you're often prey. But it's hard to refer to Blade as anything other than the monster that he is, James. You have to admit it.
Without a doubt, usually Rhett James is a favorite going into a matchup. Only in a match like this against an opponent the size of Blade is Rhett James the underdog.
Rhett James feeling every bit of that strike to the back.
Air being driven out of his lungs. You can't win a wrestling match when you have no oxygen in your lungs. It's the fuel that drives you.
And now Blade, Beal toss to Rhett James. Rhett James just sent flying across this entire 18-footer ring.
Bealed him corner to corner, Walker. Now Rhett James is trying to reevaluate once again, trying to realign his spine out there on the hardwood floor. Words of encouragement there from Ricky Wingrave as these fans are bombarding Rhett James with trash once again.
You may consider those to be encouraging, but all I saw on the face of Ricky Wingrave was frustration, etched and engraved. James back in the ring now.
Not the smartest move if you're Rhett James, agreeing to a test of strength here. Still trying to work on those knees, but Blade only staggered. Now taken off his feet by that last kick there. Smart move by Rhett James, now staying on top of that knee he's working over.
Rhett James, he has control of Blade here, and James, I have to ask you, what is it that Blade needs to do to recover from the position he's in?
Blade's got to find a way to create some distance between Rhett James and those knees that he is attacking right now. Every moment you allow Rhett James to get some offense in on those knees, it's wearing him down a little bit more.
Alternatively, can you analyze what we see right now in Rhett James's mind? What do you think has to be going through the mind of the man who is defending a company from someone the likes of Drake Gallows?
Starting to feel confident, you could see it, but perhaps he spent a bit too much time there jaw-jacking with Drake Gallows on the outside, as he and Blade are now just grappling around for position, trying to maintain control on top of the other.
They may call Blade the Midwest Monster, but right now Rhett James is looking really beastly himself. Rhett James applying the pressure to Blade here in this corner. Referee Robin trying their best to separate the two, and she does. Rhett James with a clean break, as clean as Rhett James can possibly act in a situation of this nature.
Rhett James and clean are not always in the same conversation, but Rhett James and winner frequently are.
Well, I know that Rhett James and clean are not often in the same conversation. I've taken a look at his beard a couple of times. Blade is on wobbly legs here. Those legs being targets of the foreman. And the foreman always gets his man, James.
I think you're confusing your occupations here, but the foreman always gets the job done. But Blade getting the job done right now with a running hip attack to Rhett James.
Oh, and referee Robin has just been taken out by Blade.
Sandwiched between Rhett James and the Midwest Monster.
And what did Ricky Wingrave just pass off to Rhett James? Those are those same brass knuckles that he used to take down Drake Gallows.
Timber, the big Redwood Falls.
What a situation we find ourselves in right now. Rhett James. Wait a minute. Drake Gallows. Well, this man's not even medically cleared to compete. Super kick from Drake Gallows in the khakis.
It looks like his ankle's feeling good enough for a super kick to help the Midwest Monster regain control.
Well, whether his ankle was feeling good or not, I know one person who's not feeling good, and it's got to be the Midwest Monster. Completely unaffected by that shot to the gonads is Blade, lifting him up, spine on the pine.
See those brass knuckles falling away from Rhett James as he makes contact with the mat.
And referee Robin coming to her senses here, and the cover's been made. This is it. 2, come on. What's up? And Ricky Wingrave has just put his hands on an official tonight.
He made the save. He's trying to save his ownership stake in this company.
This is not a good way to boost company morale.
It might not be a way to boost company morale, but it's a way to boost Ricky Wingrave's ownership in this company. 50% now, next stop 100.
Wait, and Ricky Wingrave has just fired Luna Nightshade.
New referee Steve Spencer making his way out to the ring.
You know that he has to be worrying about his job security. Ricky Wingrave is firing referees left and right nowadays.
First referee Brent Wall, now referee Robin.
And now Ricky is firing shots onto his former best friend, Drake Gallows. With the, no!
Referee Steve down with those brass knuckles. I'd hate to be wearing black and white stripes at a moment like this.
Well, and referee Brett Wall is here. Tim Carter also has a referee shirt on. What?
We've got referees aplenty tonight. Are you wearing a referee shirt, Walker?
I don't think I can disclose that information. I think Ricky Wingrave's a little too close to me right now. Brent Wall recently fired and returned as of our most recent event. Drake Gallows brought this man back into the fold. And referee Brent Wall did not come alone. Brent Wall has just struck Ricky Wingrave, and now the entire UWO referee staff is putting the boots to the Ace of Blades. What is going on here?
And now right into the waiting hands of the Midwest Monster.
But Blade, don't turn around. You still have Rhett James to worry about. Rhett James still with those brass knuckles. Drake Gallows, super kick. And Blade, he's looking to put him away here. And he does. And that's it. I don't know which official's call was the right one, but either way, we have a herd of zebras in the ring.
Don't let the lions loose right now.
Somebody call Animal Planet. The bell has sounded. And James, do you recognize what this means? Drake Gallows is 100% owner of Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. This long-standing rivalry between Drake Gallows and his former best friend Ricky Wingrave has finally come to an end. What a night of action here tonight in UWO for the Cranberry Clash. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget UWO Parade of Champions will be coming back to the Oklahoma City VFW Post 9265 on December 10th, 2022. Make sure you're there.
This fight wasn't just my fight, but it was a fight for 100% of this company. I'll say it from day one, and I'll say it till the day I die. There is not a single person alive, whether it be 51, 49, 50, 50, or 100%, that would take this from me. But there is something that I would do. I would give it up. What? Oh. No. No. There ain't one person that'll take this from me, but there is one person that I would give it to.
Son or daughter?
That guy right there. So that we never have to do this again, so that we never have to fight again, as 100% owner of this company, the first thing I'm going to do is give it to Brent Wall. That doesn't mean I'm going away. That doesn't mean you're going to see less of me. That might actually mean you're going to see more of me inside of this ring. That means at the beginning of the night, instead of me, it's going to be Brent. Instead of asking me, it's going to be asking Brent. All the responsibility's going to Brent. And you can say that it's a gift. It may also be a burden, but one thing it will be from this point on is absolutely yours. Well, isn't it nice to see him get his ass kicked? Yeah! But now I'm in charge of matches, so I get to see who can kick his ass. Right there. We're gonna wrap it up.